Donna J. Donnan presents Ask Donna, a weekly podcast on a plethora of topics and tips. Donna's podcast is split into 4 distinct sub-podcasts. The first week of the month is where Donna hosts her Ask the Bloggers podcast on such topics as overcoming bullies and bullying, tips on entrepreneurship, and protecting oneself from scams and scammers. The second week of the month is where Donna hosts her Ask the Coach podcast. A bit of this, a bit of that from her monthly Did You Know diary. The third week of the month is where Donna hosts her Ask the Homemaker podcast. Tips on everyday hints to help you take advantage of natural remedies and solutions. And the fourth week of the month is where Donna's podcast is all about her product review and a book review. Sit back and enjoy.
Hey there, I am Donna J. Jodhan, your host for the Ask Donna podcast for the second week of December. Ah yes, the second week of December, and I am in the holiday mood, folks. I can hear Santa Claus laughing, I hear children laughing and singing and commiserating with each other. I hear moms baking away in the kitchen. I hear dads skating around on ice rinks with their kids. I am hearing so many things. So, thank you everyone for tuning in to listen to me. I am very grateful for your thoughts, your suggestions, your comments, your feedback. And I invite you to keep sending me your emails to askdonnaonblindlife@gmail.com. Ask Donna on yourblindlife@gmail.com. Okay? So, also want to thank my friend Victor Guvia for his continued support, and my little brother Mike Chiacello for continuing to produce my shows and provide me with important advice, hints, and tips. Thank you, Michael. All right, let's dive right into the business of the week. And it's all about asking the sight loss coach, and that's me. Last week we did Ask the Blogger. This week it's Ask the Sight Loss Coach. So, I have a little trivia for you to start off my tips for this week. It's all about bird songs. You might have noticed that the smallest of birds have the most interesting of songs. The various wrens are among the smallest of birds in North America, but they have incredibly loud voices and complex songs. On the other hand, while our bald eagles are among the largest birds, their songs are remarkably unthreatened, okay? It is unremarkable unless threatened by some predator. Can you believe that? They are the largest, but their songs are less threatening to a predator. Huh. Okay, their songs and calls are less threatening. Eagles are indeed loud, but they have a very limited vocabulary. Have you ever noticed that in the summer the hills are alive with birds singing? These beautiful creatures not only sing for our enjoyment, but they also sing for many other different reasons. there are basically two categories of birds' songs, and these are songs and calls. Singing primarily happens around mating and nesting season. Yeah? Calls often happen or happen almost all of the time and mainly communicate messages to other birds. And they are often in shorter clips, okay? I didn't know that. Yeah. Yeah. So maybe if you paid a little bit of attention, you will notice this as well. Songs are usually longer and more complex. Birds sing to stake out their territory, defend their turf, identify themselves, attract the opposite sex, stimulate nest building, and encourage the female to incubate her eggs. Some studies also show that birds like to sing because they just like to sing. Biologists have also discovered that birds, believe it or not, have accents. The same cardinal in Indiana may sound a little different from the cardinal in Florida. So that's my trivia on birds' songs. Number 2. Here is something to help you with the cold, and it is called Vicks Vapor Rub. It comes in a jar, and its scent is wonderfully strong. Rub a bit of this on your throat, on your chest, and at the bottom of your feet. Insert a wee bit of this into your nostrils and voila! It works like a charm. Number 3. What are some of the different types of vacations? Vacation usually means a holiday. Staycation means spending your vacation at home. A workation means combining work and play. Okay? Number 4. Here is an important tip for both men and women enjoying their drinks, and especially at this time of the year. Okay, if both men and women are enjoying the same type of drink, the same amount of drinks, then please remember that if they are doing this under the same circumstances, women will become intoxicated more quickly because of their biological makeup. That is, on the whole, women generally weigh less than men. Number 5. So which part of the lobster is normally the meatiest? Why, it is the tail, of course. Number 6. Want to learn more about holiday spending in America? Here are the top 7 holidays along with spending trends. And the top 7 holidays for extravagant spending are as follows. Halloween comes in number 7 at 2.6%. Father's Day comes in at number 6 at 4.6%. Easter comes in number 5 at 6.1%. Mother's Day comes in at number 4, 6.5%. Valentine's Day comes in at number 3 at 7.7%. Thanksgiving is at number 2 at 13.4%. Christmas is number 1. Christmas is number 1 at 59.2%. Number 7. What is a good tea to drink when you are having digestive problems? Try drinking a cup of hot chamomile tea. Number 8. Here are some homegrown tips about our loyal friend, the dog. Normally, their noses are cold and wet to the touch. If their nose is warm or mildly warm to hot, then they may be having a fever. Female dogs normally have a 3-week period when they are in heat. The most important week to note during this time, when they are likely to be able to mate with their male friends, is week 2. If you are attempting to mate your dog, take note of the position of the tail of the female dog when this is going on. If their tail goes down, they are not interested. But if their tail goes up, they are definitely interested. Female dogs usually take about 9 weeks to bring their pregnancy to fruition. They usually come into their calling or heat season every 6 months. Finally, if you wish to get an idea as to how many pups your female is having, count the number of nipples that are outstretched. There is 1 nipple for every puppy on the way. This is usually a very accurate way to decide how many puppies to expect. It takes 9 weeks for a female during her pregnancy. So she takes 9 weeks to have her babies. Okay? Now, I'm going to share with you some questions that I received for my Ask the Coach. This is just my thermometer going off. Just ignore it for now. So here are some questions that I'm going to share with you that I received. Nicholas would like to know how to avoid sweeping bottles off of his counter. Nicholas, what I advise you to do is when you place your bottles on the counter, make sure that you place your bottles as far away as possible from the edge. Organize them towards the back of your kitchen counter. So chances of sweeping them off the counter are very minimum. You can place your bottles in the corner of your counter as well. So place it to the back of the counter and in the corner of your counter. Okay, Zach sent me a question asking how to place your batteries in your devices or your gadgets. Okay, there are two ends to each battery. One has a flat end and the other has an end with a little sort of a knob at the end of it. Place your flat end against the spring in the battery compartment. Place the flat end against the spring in your battery compartment, and the end with the knob goes the other way. This is how you place your batteries. And from Tiernan, he'd like to find a way to be able to label his microwave buttons because Tiernan is vision impaired. Tiernan, most microwaves these days, they do have audio buttons. So when you press them, you know what you're pressing. But if you wanted to be, have a backup or reassure yourself, you can put a braille label, very tiny braille label on the button so that it doesn't cover up the entire button. Or you know what, place it to the side of the button if there is no writing there. All right? Those are the ways that I would recommend. So most modern microwaves have audio buttons, or if you wanted to put a tiny, tiny, tiny braille label, you could do so on top of the button if there's no writing there, or on the side of the button if there's no writing there. You need some sighted assistance to help you out. Okay? Now, this is the end of my podcast for this week. Send me an email to AskDonna on blindlife@gmail.com. Send me this email to AskDonna on blindlife@gmail.com. Not on your blind life. Ask Donna on blindlife@gmail.com, and I would be pleased to respond to you. Okay? All right. This is it for me for this week, folks. Wishing you a great rest of the day, a great rest of the week, and I will see you next week. Take care and bye for now.
That's it for this week. Donna hopes that you enjoyed her podcast today. She thanks you for having taken the time to tune in and looks forward to being with you next week. Send your thoughts and feedback to Donna at AskDonna on blindlife@gmail.com.